Hello everyone, this video we will present the impact analysis of the educational infrastructure and teachers to the primary and secondary students population rate. Education plays an important role to the future development of Malaysia. To improve student population rates, which is a key goal under national education policies such as the Malaysian Education Blueprint, to produce more graduate students which fulfill with the academic skills, knowledges, high personality and values to continue the learning in the next stage that can contribute to the society or country progress. However, the trend of the population rates always varies significantly. The hidden issues should be deeper discovered to identify the reasons that impact on the population rates in every state. In fact, the government always actively promote on the development of the education by building more schools or nurturing the amount of teachers to enable all students receive more sufficient education in every areas. This goal was fit with the 4 Sustainable Development Goal (SDG 4), which is the quality education to ensure every student achieve a high sustainable development in the future progress. Many factors should be discovered such as the development of the educational infrastructure and amount of teaching materials to determine the effect on the enrollment of the students and yearly completion rate in every stage and state.
We'll start off with the 2022 data for primary school. The scale is massive. We're looking at a 2.8 million number of students across about 8,000 number of schools. The national performance is stellar, a 99.49% of average completion rate. This suggests that our primary school education system is nearly universal, but when we look for outliers, we find significant inequalities. While police is overperforming at 105.5%, look at Labuan. Labuan's primary completion rate falls to 92.4%. That's a 7% gap from national average. In a system striving for perfection, a 7% gap is a crisis. When we analyze the why using the student-teacher ratio, we can see a steep negative trend. This steepness is crucial. It tells us that primary school students are highly sensitive to teacher availability. Every incremental increase in class size correlates with a sharp drop in completion. Now let's compare this to secondary school. Here we have about 2 million number of students across 2,500 number of schools. The average completion rate remained high at 99.42%. But look at our outliers. The lowest performing state here is Kuala Lumpur at 96.95%. Think about that. The worst case in secondary school is actually better than the worst case in primary school. The gap has shrunk. Crucially, look at the trend line. It is not as steep as the primary chart. It flattens out. This suggests that secondary school students are more resilient, they are more independent, so a slightly higher student-teacher ratio doesn't have the same devastating impact on their completion rate. Now let's examine the details to discover the yearly trend in school size and student-teacher ratio. The ribbon chart has shown that the primary school size has increased from 346 at 2017 to 356 at 2022. The year 2022 has attached the highest number of student-teacher ratio, which is 11.78, that is shown in the funnel chart. The highest ratio in 2022 with 235,000 number of teachers and 2.8 million number of students lead to achieving the highest average completion rate, which is 99.49% in the line and clustered column chart. For the secondary stage, the school size has been decreased significantly from 883 at 2017 to 810 in 2022. And the year 2017 has attached the highest student-teacher ratio, which is around 11.75, which is shown in the funnel chart. The total number of 181,000 teachers and 2 million students in 2022 lead to achieve the highest average completion rate, which is 99.42% in the line and cluster column chart.
In conclusion, improving quality education not just only can contribute a high positive personality development, it also improves our next generation's sustainable future to support in the country's long-term growth. Hence, the SDG 4 should be further discovered to ensure that every new generation receives sufficient education and successfully completes their studies and enable them to progress confidently to the next phase of learning.